Now comparing peripheral artery disease to atherosclerotic peripheral artery disease. So peripheral artery disease is basically that you have a disease in your peripheral arteries. Some examples are things like Takayasu's arteritis or thromboangiitis obliterans, or there's just lots of them. But we're really going to compare three kind of general categories of these with atherosclerotic peripheral arterial disease. The main thing here is going to be the cause. We know that atherosclerotic peripheral artery disease is caused by an atherosclerotic plaque in your peripheral arteries that's obstructing the blood flow going to that to that limb. So the difference here is that with the peripheral artery diseases, it's not caused by an atherosclerotic plaque. Sometimes it's caused by autoimmune problems. Sometimes it's caused by well, let's just go through it actually. So one of the major causes here could be fibromuscular dysplasia. This is where, if you remember, in your blood vessels, you have you have an area that is so you remember the intima, and you have the media, and then you have the layer outside of that one. I'm sorry, I'm getting over being sick, so I'm kind of losing my voice here. So with the fibromuscular dysplasia, you can probably imagine what's going on here. Dysplasia means like a bad growth. Essentially, the fibromuscular layer of your blood vessel is growing bad, and it's narrowing down. This can typically be on your medium or small arteries. Usually, or often, it's the renal, carotid, iliac, and this a lot of times is the one that happens in females more often than men. And you can do a diagnosis by doing an angiography, and you see that here where it has they call it the string of beads appearance. And essentially, what it looks like is it looks like this. You have a little area where there's all this fibromuscular dysplasia, and then you have almost like this little aneurysm outside of that where it's normal. And then you have another area of dysplasia, and it's like another little so it looks like this little string of beads. The next one here is thromboangiitis obliterans. It's also called Buerger's disease, and this is a type of inflammatory arteritis of the medium and small arteries in the limbs. Apparently, it's common in people of Eastern European descent or in people of Asian descent. A little bit more often in women. Man, I cannot clear my throat; it's killing me. And more often in smokers. And with this, you're going to find claudication, which is like pain, aching, numbness kind of feelings, digital ischemia, gangrene, ulcers, and absent digital pulses, as well as autoamputation. Basically, your fingers start falling off. And in order to treat this, you just need to stop smoking, because that's usually what the main thing that's causing it is, having some terrible reaction to the nicotine or something in cigarettes. And then generally, just the other third category is just other kinds of vasculitis, like Takayasu's or giant cell or temporal arteritis. I'm not going to go into any much detail of those. I mean, just know giant cell arteritis a lot of times presents with like myalgias in the muscles. Usually they have jaw claudication because it's this, you'll see this kind of distended blood vessel coming out of their head, and the blood vessel supplying the head, because usually that's a problem in the aortic arch area. And then Takayasu's is another one of these types of vasculitis. You can look it up, but those are some other things that are going to cause it. Going over here, talking really quickly. I know you can't really see the screen, but you can just hear what I'm saying. Also going to compare atherosclerotic peripheral arterial disease to acute arterial ischemia. So if this is going to happen acutely, like all of a sudden really rapidly you get obstruction of the blood vessel going to your peripheral arteries, this could be as a result of an occlusion to a surgical graft, or it could be an embolism, or it could be a thrombus, this local thrombus that's occurred there. Some of the treatment for this is going to be angiography, fibrinolysis, anticoagulation, and possibly surgical intervention.